Seattle Center is the city's cultural hub, serving as a home to many performing arts groups, several festivals, and other cultural institutions. Its birth can be traced back 50 years to the 1962 Seattle World's Fair, also known as the Century 21 Exposition. And several of the facilities that served the fair survive today as McCaw Hall, the Seattle Repertory Theater, and the Pacific Science Center. But what existed before the World's Fair was built? The Warren neighborhood, as it was known then, consisted of working-class and middle-class homes, an elementary school, and Sacred Heart Church. Some of the homes were considered blighted, but others were stately old Victorians, and there were several multi-unit apartment buildings as well. When plans for the fair began to take shape, and the centrally located parcel on Lower Queen Anne was chosen, it was determined that close to 200 homes would be leveled, and the Warren Avenue School would be demolished. The only property that was desired by the fair organizers which survived was Sacred Heart. The Archdiocese of Seattle, after much negotiation, only agreed to sell the rectory building, but the church itself, at 2nd and Thomas, remains to this day. But the most singular victim of the fair's development was the Warren Avenue School, which had opened in 1902 and served grades kindergarten through 6. What made Warren Avenue particularly noteworthy was that it served Seattle's special needs students, and they attended many of the same classes as the school's mainstream students. After several court hearings in early 1959 contesting the closure, the district finally sold the property and the school closed in May of 1959. A student from Warren Avenue describes his feelings about the school.
Warren Avenue was a lovely older school and a good place to attend grade school. We had both students who suffered from cerebral palsy and sight impaired and blind students when I first started going there. And then they added in the latter years of mid-1950s, starting children who were hearing impaired.
When the decision to tear down Warren Avenue became final, the news was hard to take.
And it was something like a very heavy blow because that's my grade school. They can't do that. Well, of course they can, and they did.
When the fair closed in October 1962, the organizers had had the foresight to envision a campus-style civic center that would soon become known as Seattle Center. The Armory, which had served as the fair's food circus, is a newly remodeled food court and gathering space. The Flag Pavilion is now a green space, and Memorial Stadium, which had hosted outdoor performances during the fair, still serves as a football and soccer venue for several Seattle high schools. More recent additions to the center's campus have been the Seattle Children's Theater and last year, the Chihuly Garden and Glass exhibit. In looking back, Kim has mixed feelings about the price that was paid to make way for Century 21.
That's a hard choice, but yes, I do believe it is, because there weren't that many students left living in the area surrounding the school.
While the Century 21 Exposition's theme of looking to the future and the expansion of Seattle Center in the ensuing 50 years have added significantly to the city we know today, it is always important to look back and keep in mind that history is transformation.